2019 season, Odell Beckham Jr. underwent core muscle surgery to fix a sports hernia issue that had been lingering the entire year. Now the receiver is predicting a big year. Odell said, quote, "I would honestly say this is probably going to be one of my best seasons. Bigger, stronger, faster. This is my time." So Shannon, do you believe OBJ will have one of his best seasons ever?
Skip, there is no doubt in my mind that there was something nagging Odell last year to the extent of his injury. I really don't know. He had surgery, so obviously that was a part of the problem. That was some of the reasons for probably why his production dropped off. But Skip, what have I said? If they see 13 out there and he has a Browns jersey on and he got Beckham Jr. on the back, what do they expect? They expect you to go out there and be 100%. And I've said that before. And that's the tough part about being a professional athlete, is that when you set a standard for yourself, Odell has set a standard for himself. Whether you like his petty behavior or his petulant attitude at times, he's set a standard for himself. He's a damn good receiver. And that's the expectation that people expect every time he steps on the field. And when he doesn't, he's going to get criticized. Now, I believe Odell was hurt. I really do. But nobody cares because you were out there. And I do believe it doesn't, let me take that back, Skip. It does not matter how well Odell performs. It only matters what the quarterback that's throwing him the ball, how well does he perform? Is that guy going to grow up? Is he going to mature? Is he going to take the next step? Is he going to take a step from his rookie year? Because the second year was terrible. Maybe he started reading his press clippings. He started to, everybody that said something that was negative about Baker, he had to find a way to try to get it in an interview or somehow. So is he going to take the next step? Odell can still be great. He's still technically sound. He's tremendous run after the catch. He has tremendous hands. And now once he realized that he's not going anywhere anytime soon, now maybe he can embrace where he is, Skip. But when you're injured or you're hurt, nobody cares because they're not in your body. All they do is see 13 running on the field, and they want to know why he's not getting open and why he's not catching touchdowns like we remember him from the past.
I agree with everything you just said, times 10. It's hard for me to give Odell the injury pass for last year. If he had surgery, he was hurt. We didn't hear about it last year. He said he tried to keep it quiet, but he's also suggesting in this latest post that he had a shoulder problem and a back problem and something wrong with his arm. So he says he was just beat all to hell last year. And that's why, according to Odell, the stats were career lows across the board for his first go round with his best friend / soulmate, Jarvis Landry, in Cleveland, playing for a quarterback that he loves in Baker Mayfield. They socialized together. Well, now we know one thing for sure. All that rampant trade speculation right before the draft, I believe it was out there. I believe there was some discussion, Cleveland to Minnesota, about sending Odell to the Vikings. But now we know why it couldn't have happened, because Odell is coming off a surgery. I don't even know if the Browns knew about it. I don't know if they authorized or participated in it. Knowing Odell, he might have just gone rogue and gone his own direction, gone solo with the surgery. But in the pandemic we're in, leading to the quarantine we're in, obviously no team could have a hands-on physical to pass him and to be able to validate the fact that he's 1,000% now, that he's coming along swimmingly in his rehab from this surgery for this torn adductor muscle. It's like a sports hernia, according to Odell. So, Shannon, we know what happened last year. To a fault, Baker Mayfield was trying to force the ball to Odell. Next year, I don't see how that's going to happen, because I can make the case that next year Odell's going to run the risk of being the afterthought in this offense. They made a sweet move. They went out and got, from Atlanta, Austin Hooper, who's a Pro Bowl caliber tight end. Njoku will be back from his fractured wrist, yes. So now you got Hooper and Njoku. They're really good at tight end. And obviously you just went and got 2 tackles, Wills and Conklin. So now
Conklin.
you've shored up, Baker's pass protection that he did not have last year. Nick Chubb was a stallion last year. Go ahead.
Skip, let me chime in right quick. Stefanski came from Minnesota, right? Do you know who he learned under? Gary Kubiak. You know what that offense do, Skip? They run the ball. Kyle Shanahan runs that same offense. Sean McVay runs the same offense. Basically, everything they do is set up off the run game. That's why you see Dalvin Cook. You saw Kirk Cousins take another step. They were able to run the football. So they're going to try to run the football first. Yes, they want to protect Baker Mayfield with Conklin and Wills, but they're going to run the football, and they want to play action off that run. So if Odell think he going to catch 150 balls like Mike Thomas caught, and Jarvis going to catch 120, that's not happening.
Okay, so Nick Chubb was outstanding last year. Kareem Hunt's still on this roster. He's going to get some touches. And obviously Jarvis is still there, and Jarvis was their leading receiver last year, just as he's been seasons before. So I don't know. Odell's got a lot of reproving to do, and I don't know if Odell's ego is going to be able to take the beating of becoming the third or fourth option to both Chubb and the tight ends, and Jarvis might be the fourth option. It could be a lethal option. He could every once in a while get behind you and catch a big deep ball, but he's not going to lead this team in touches or catches or productivity. It's just not there. This is a different football team than it was last year. It was Odell or almost bust last year. Now it looks like they're going in a whole different direction, and I agree with your point about Kevin Stefanski. Brave new world for Odell Beckham Jr.
Well, Skip, what got them in trouble last year is what they tried to throw the ball too much. You see Nick Chubb dominating in the run game, and then all of a sudden they're trying to throw the ball when he's getting 10, 15 yards a clip, and they're like, bro, what you doing? Why are you trying to throw the ball? But see, Skip, remember, that's what Freddie K said. Oh, we gonna keep everybody happy. Well, in the process of Chubb running the football down people's throat, you got to keep Jarvis and Odell happy. So we get away from that and we start throwing the ball because I promise you guys, I'm gonna keep you happy. No, you better keep running the football and keep trying to win ball games. Forget being happy. You got to be happy with winning the games. And receivers, once receivers understand they have value other than catching passes and touchdowns, they'll be okay. Because, look, everybody wants to Skip. That's what you're a receiver. You want to catch the ball. I get that. But there'll be times that the running game is going to be the way to win the game, and you're not going to catch 10 balls for $152 touchdown. It might be 5 or 6 for 60 yards, but you might have to knock some people off the running back down the field, and he has a big day. Nick Chubb should have won the rushing title this year, Skip, but they got away from it. Nick Chubb should have had 1,900 yards, Skip, because you remember, Skip, there were games, remember that game against New England, Skip? And we thought, well, it was just because they were behind and New England just like, okay, let him run the ball. No, he could really run. And Freddie K got away from that, trying to, well, I got Baker, I got the #1 draft pick, I got to let him throw. I got Odell and Jarvis, I got to let them catch. Nah, bro, you got to win the game.
So we saw last year Belichick made another mistake because he should have taken Chubb over Sony Michel. And I'm with you that Sony Michel became he became the lead dog here, man. He was the one. He should have been featured more. He will be next year. Last year was a can't-win proposition for Baker Mayfield. You can't keep both those receivers happy after you've lost your tight end Njoku, and they can't protect you from the tackle spots. You're going to lose, and they lost a bunch of games. They had one moment in the sun against Baltimore, but they often play the Ravens well within the division. Other than that, it was a lost year, and everybody thought they were going to be the it team, and they were the something else IT team.
Yeah. That's what the team they were, Skip. Exactly. They were exactly what the elephant left on the showground, and we all know what he left on the showground, Skip. But I think the thing is, Skip, with Chubb, is that I thought Chubb was a better back than Sonny Michel coming out of college, Skip. Michel was the change of pace guy. But if you look at it, Skip, Chubb was the guy that was the banger was the guy that was getting those grunt yards, but I believe they should feature, and I believe they will, Skip. Stefanski, coming out of that Gary Kubiak style system, will run the football. Don't be surprised if Chubb leads the league in rushing this year.
Yep, and Odell's going to have to eat a big old slice of humble pie next year.
Humble pie. I want to talk about Tom Brady, guys. Is he in for a bumpy start in Tampa? I have a feeling you guys are going to enjoy